Mona was just 13 when her mother passed away. Her father remarried after some time. The newly married wife, eager to get rid of the child, sold her to a contractor who apparently got jobs for youngsters as domestic help. Mona did not know where she was going or what work she would do. Even before she realized it, she was strapped into sexual exploitation in a faraway town. This is not a sensational and rare case study. Mona is one of the millions of women and children who are trafficked and exploited every year. They are victims of physical assault, torture, rape, sexual abuse, starvation, burning with cigarette butts, isolation in dark rooms, mental torture, abortions, and even HIV/AIDS. For the few who can escape, returning home is even more painful. Parents reject them, perceiving their daughter to be impure and because of associated social stigma. The rescued survivors are sent to remand homes. But the indifference and gloom of the conventional homes fail to provide them with the crucial healing touch. Instead, it turns into a morbid confinement.
When you think of anti-human trafficking, it has got prevention plus prosecution of offenders plus protection of the victims, means rehabilitation. Unless the victims are rehabilitated, there is no go. They will come back, they will be pushed back to the system again, and they become victims again. It is victimization of victims if there is no rehabilitation.
After rescue, they are treated so badly that the young girls who have suffered the trauma of trafficking will tell the police officer and will tell a judge, "Sir, I was better off in my brothel than I am in your remand homes and under your legal system." Let's suppose a different kind of situation where a girl is rescued, she's treated with dignity and love, she's kept in a place which is comfortable, she's given good food, counseling, medicines, leisure, recreation, and she can see when she's given alternatives for work, right? She can see a new life ahead of her, a different life.
The location of the shelter had been a very conscious choice of taking in a rural setting with a sprawling premises, a non-institutional approach, with no high walls, of course without compromising on the security of the girls, so that they could relate to their backgrounds and they could feel comfortable because their experiences had been very bitter in caged environments.
One of the priority issues identified by Women's Coordinating Council on strengthening care for survivors of trafficking was to encourage initiatives that would enable them to make a transition from their rescue to personal, social, and economic rehabilitation. WCC decided to take up an inventory of proven, sustainable livelihood options.
The police and the government agencies, the NGOs sat together and said, let's see how we can proceed further in rehabilitation.
WCC, in partnership with UNIFEM, have tried to address this problem by taking up medium and long-term support needs for these survivors of trafficking.
A core group was formed, and one of the main stakeholders in the core group was Women's Coordinating Council, I would say WCC. They took upon a role of rehabilitating the persons right from the day one, immediately after rescue.
as far as their life skill developments are concerned. Low literacy is a very daunting challenge, but once again we try to be innovative in finding out avenues where we could absorb them, and we allow them to have a choice as to what they want to do.
What we have tried to do is we have tried to give these girls a space where they can forget their past. We have tried to give them the dignity, and we have tried to return their innocence and their sense of self-respect.
One of the major projects which have come up is the Green Police, which I would say is a classic example of a best practice model of empowerment and rehabilitation.
A large number of NGOs are working in this field for rehabilitation. They're training the recovered victim girls, and they're trying to rehabilitate them back to the society. Many of them are doing very good work, I know at least.
আমরা যা রিপোর্ট পাচ্ছি যে এরা মেট্রোতে যেইভাবে চেকিং করছে, অন্যান্য থানাগুলোতে যেভাবে ডিউটি করছে, গ্রিন বাঁচানোর জন্য যে সমস্ত কাজকর্ম করছে, তাতে ব্যাপক সাড়া। এবং আপনারা তো দেখতেই পাবেন যে খবরের কাগজ বা অন্যান্য জায়গাগুলোতে যেখানে যে প্রচুর এদের কাজের উচ্ছ্বসিত প্রশংসা।
WCC helps out with placements in various fields. Arranging suitable accommodation once they are economically self-sufficient. Providing assistance in opening bank accounts. These ensure a smooth reintegration back into the society. Living through their pain, affliction, and helplessness, these girls long for their lost childhood, parental love, and carefree atmosphere of their homes. We are committed to give them back their dignity as individuals and provide them their rightful place in the society. The war against human slavery has just begun. Join WCC's endeavor to empower the lives of survivors of TIP and the combat against human trafficking.